Hello everyone! Have you ever seek for help from your friend while learning? Or maybe you are the one who helped your friend. Well, my name is Tirta Ning, and in this video, I'll be discussing one part of our group's infographic poster on learning method, and I'll focusing specifically talking about the peer tutoring. I chose this concept because it shows that the learning process doesn't just happen between a teacher and students, but also among students themselves. In peer tutoring, a student who understands the material better helps another student understand it through explanation and discussion. I think this concept is worth discussing because when peers explain a difficult material to their friends, they use a familiar language and making it easier to understand. In Indonesia, peer tutoring is also known as tutor sebaya. This learning method has been widely implemented in various schools. One example can be seen in a 2024 study conducted at SDN 2 Pakualam in South Tangerang. There, the teacher would first explain the material to the students, and then the teacher will select a tutor based on their academic performance, and also provides them with guidance before the students or the tutors begin explaining the material to their peers. Here, the teacher also plays an important role to supervise the activity. The study found that students become more active in asking questions, sharing opinions, and also interacting with their peers. However, the study also highlights a challenge. Selecting the right tutor is not easy because a student's academic ability or performance doesn't guarantee their confidence in leading their peers, and it can lead to misinformation and misunderstanding. As a student, I have often experienced peer tutoring in many ways. For example, when I don't really understand a material or a topic, I usually text my friend and ask them for their help. I have also experienced peer tutoring as the tutor. When I was in high school, my class was divided into two groups and I was chosen to be one of the tutors. My role there was to guide my group during the activity where I had to organize my explanations and I have to respond to their question. And lastly, I have to make sure my friends understood the material. However, because at that time my teacher wasn't really supervised the activity, some of my friends didn't take it seriously. It shows that this activity needs teacher monitoring to keep the students engaged. In my opinion, peer tutoring is a useful learning strategy because it encourages active learning. Students are not only listeners in this activity, but they are also explainers, questioners, and also supporters. It can also create a more comfortable learning environment, especially for students who are shy or hesitant in asking questions directly to the teacher. But something that we need to remember is that peer tutoring shouldn't completely replace the role of teachers, because teachers are still important in giving accurate explanations, information, to organize the activities, and also to correcting the misunderstanding. Peer tutoring can be connected to Vygotsky's social constructivist theory, specifically in the zone of proximal development or ZPD, which refers to what a learner cannot do independently but can do with guidance from someone who is more capable. Overall, peer tutoring demonstrates that learning is not limited to teacher-student interactions, but also among the students themselves. With proper guidance and supervision, it can help students become more active, confident, and engaged in the learning process. Well, I think that's all I can explain about the broader part of peer tutoring. Thank you.